All right. We are going into the very first match of the tournament. And it is, of course, PiGFest 2.0. We've got the recent GSL finalist. No longer playing second fiddle to the other Zergs in Korea. I feel like he's taken up Rogue's mantle. And he's playing such smart builds lately. So intelligent and not shy. Not shy of all-inning or doing a weird 14 pool opening. This is a RagnaroK in the bottom right side. RagnaroK's He-Bomb. Obviously, that's his human name. He-Bomb, I believe. He-Bomb. Okay, we're gonna not. Up in the top left, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, we've got Dark. And obviously, Dark is on a tear. I recently heard someone saying they think Dark is not that great. He's not as dominant as some of the other players. And I was like, dude, go back and watch Valencia. Go back and watch a bunch of the other tournaments, big tournaments we've had this year. We just had the Champions Cup on the weekend run by RagnaroK and a bunch of other cool sponsors, and that looked amazing. Africa, of course, a big sponsor of that one. So shout out to Africa. And Dark looked amazing there, had a fantastic run through that tournament. But right now he's dealing with the weird build. Now, you might be wondering, what is the weird build, guys? This is RagnaroK special. So he's going to be doing a giant Ling Flood after messing up his opponent's opening, usually, but his gas still hasn't started, so maybe not. It's a very weirdly timed 6 Zerglings, because it hits about 10 seconds faster, maybe 15 seconds faster than off a 16 pool, so it really does force a bit of a reaction, and he can also hide the Lings. Oh my. Okay, so the Lings will come in as a surprise as well. If Dark doesn't build any Lings or only builds 2 of them, he will definitely be taking at least a tiny bit of damage, some mining time. If he takes no drones, no queens going down, that would be super key for him. And that's why there is an option. If RagnaroK wants, he could wait with these Lings and try to come in as the queen pops out and surround her. But no, he's not going to be waiting. He's going right in. Gas only now starting behind it. So he's very late on the gas. So he's definitely going to be macroing behind it for a bit. You can see he's down 5 workers. RagnaroK needs to get damage done. 1 Ling splits off from the pack. Will try and get a drone kill in the natural, already denying mining in the main. And you can see he's forcing a lot of units out of Dark, but Dark splendidly pulling back the low hit point drones. 1 drone did die on the natural, but RagnaroK gets some of his Lings surrounded. He goes for the dive there, but that drone, it was baiting him. It was baiting him, twirling a lollipop in its mouth. It was flicking its skirt around, being a bit of a nasty one. These Lings get in, they get out, but only 1 drone kill in mining time. And the 3 Zerglings go down for that. At the end of it, Dark is ahead. He's solidly ahead because he's got Ling speed there. He's got a 3rd hatchery on the way. On the other hand, RagnaroK is up in workers by about 4 or 5. The problem for him is he doesn't have any significant amount of gas coming in yet. He's just started mining gas. So RagnaroK is basically forced to play a much more defensive 2-base play up against a Dark that has the ability to drone freely, use the production on this 3rd base, and looking like an absolute beast. Here we go. Lings are coming on in. Queens are going to try and defend there on the natural. The Lings going to try and just look to threaten, see if they can maybe just act a little bit scary. And I do wonder if Ling Speed's going to kick in, just because RagnaroK's the kind of savage that goes for a Ling Speed starting at 3 minutes though. It is a very late Ling Speed, but he likes to do stuff like that. The problem for him is these Lings are going to get in and see everything that he's doing, and they'll probably get at least 1 or 2 drones as well. Dark with some fantastic control. Does lose 2 Lings already, so it looks like just the 1 drone, probably the maximum. If he gets another drone, that would take some really fantastic control. Queen is there, and he's going to get it! RagnaroK didn't mineral walk the drone! So 2 drones going down, a few more Lings come over, but RagnaroK taking his own 3rd hatch. He's got his Ling speed on the way as well. Dark, 36 drones. Going to drop a Baneling Nest. So he's like, okay, well, if you're making Ling speed, I'll make a Baneling Nest. Baneling Nests go down at almost identical times for both players. It's going to be a Ling-Bane war. Mechanically speaking, Dark is the faster player. RagnaroK sometimes the more clever, the more tricky. But can he handle Dark in this situation right now? He's got the extra queens here, but that means he's missing injects. His main and natural. Well, his main is injecting because he's got a 4th, but his natural is not. Dark gets a cancel on the 3rd. RagnaroK pulling a little too far back there. Just a little bit of a whoopsie, bit of a mistake. Does cost him. No Roach Warren on the way. And equal workers. It feels like Dark is just committing to this. He's building 4 more Overlords in a Carapace. I mean, I talk about how Dark just does random stuff sometimes, and right now he is doing that. He's basically saying, I'm just going to make a billion Lings and then some Banes and add a 2nd gas and see what happens. RagnaroK's feeling like he's doing a big all-in right now. Little does he realize, he's actually even on economy. He's perfectly fine in this game. There's no need for RagnaroK to push. Seeing this many Lings, Dark has definitely He's definitely realized making the extra lings does help him, but Baneling's coming in. The queens on the defense are going to be so efficient, though. Those queens... Oh, RagnaroK's trying to force his way in, but this is not working out at all. And look at that on the south side. While this happens, I can't look away, but on the minimap, you can see Dark's lings are about to run in towards the natural. He hasn't left any backup there. RagnaroK thinks, okay, skirmish didn't go that well, but at least... Oh no! And he looks back at home and he realizes he's so screwed. Banelings are even morphing just outside his natural. He's got to split some lings off to kill that. Already loses a queen. Some of the drones, actually nice mineral walk. He does survive. This could end up being bad for Dark if all these lings get surrounded, which they do. On the other hand, he's continuing at the front. Baneling gets a good juicy, a big old juicy there, but the other Baneling does get a decent hit on him. The transfuse. Oh, that queen was off creep. I don't think she was able to transfuse there for that important moment, and there's no more Banelings. This Baneling waddling in for Dark, but RagnaroK with no Banelings is what I meant to say there. And oh my god, Roach is popping out, but it's a little bit too little too late. Somehow RagnaroK's only down 3 workers, but I can't see him stabilizing. There's way too much Ling Bane from Dark. When Dark gets an edge, he does not let go of it. The momentum, just too much, and Dark just does not let up. He kills the third. He says, you're going to expect me to take an expansion behind that. No, I'm just going to keep massing units. Well played. All right, a very close action-packed game, but well defended by his opponent. We'll see if he goes for something a little bit more standard at the beginning. Looks like that so far. RagnaroK representing Alpha X in the top right. And in the bottom left, the casual, the composed, the now mustachioed. It is Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark. Man, Dot, who's running production here, my lovely wife for this tournament, we're just admiring that beard and mustache on Dark. He's looking quite well groomed and that sort of thing. Prepare yourselves. If this is the first match you're watching in this tournament, once we get some Europeans on camera, it's going to be basically the equivalent of the crack of dawn, just before the sun comes up for Europeans, which is, I think it's like 10 a.m. European time we start, something like that. So, you know, when Clem has to be up playing games at 11 a.m., expect pajamas. He's going to be wearing those Team Liquid pajamas. There's going to be bedhead. There's going to be a lot of very unkempt Europeans. Don't hold it against them. Don't be all going, wow, Europeans have no style. Koreans are so stylish. It's unfair. We've rigged it. We've rigged the tournament so the Koreans just look a little bit better in this one, all right? One time we'll give them one at the crack of dawn, like those DreamHack regionals and stuff like that. Anyways, let's get into it. It looks like Hatch Gas pull on both sides. Dark instantly pulling 3 workers onto gas. RagnaroK was a bit slower. So RagnaroK is focusing here more on taking a quick third, playing defensively. He's happy to have more minerals. That might indicate that he's going to go 3 or 4 queens very early. He also might be doing something like an Evo Roach Warren wall off, a 2-base style play, or even could be Evo Roach Warren and then you hide a Spire in the back of your base. These are the sort of builds that RagnaroK loves. Making a delayed Ling speed and doing a Ravager Ling all-ins. These are all things in his wheelhouse. Whereas Dark, stock, standard. 2 queens, you got Ling speed on the way, all that sort of stuff. And it does feel relatively standard in that scenario. You can see from Dark's vision, he sees the enemy natural. He says, okay, you got drones. It's all finished at a normal time. Same thing for RagnaroK over here as well. Sees a couple of Zerglings moving out. So both players are going to poke and scour for information. 2 more drones just coming on out for both sides. Now, Tropical Sacrifice is a map, medium rush distance overall. It can turn into a very big macro map all the other way around. Oh, my camera only stretches so far, guys, but luckily the Lings are staying on screen. Both of them with a red hit point Ling trying to escape. RagnaroK's going to pull his back to the Queen. And he does win out the hit point trade, but of course not really meaningful in the big picture. Baneling Nest goes down for RagnaroK. No Baneling Nest for Dark. Now, Dark plays by feel. He might just be delaying it because he feels he can get away with it, especially when he's up a game. Dark starts playing really loose, very just kind of fluid with his play, starts just making things up as he goes. His Ling speed is way quicker though, so he's going to do a bit of a Ling shove off 19 drones. Only 19 drones? Oh my lord, that's a lot more Lings than I realized. Here we go. RagnaroK seeing it at the last second. He needs to get back up his ramp right now. He needs to pull up his main ramp. He should not be at the front of his base. He should not be at the front of his base. Oh my god, there's no way. That is not a solid wall off. The Lings are going to squeeze through that so easily. No, RagnaroK. He's got a Ling on the left side, but there's no way that's enough. The Baneling Nest just 4 seconds from finishing. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Banelings will finish, but Dark's already done a lovely spready. 2 queens have gone down as well as a bunch of Lings, but he hasn't killed the third base. Good Baneling hit for RagnaroK. The question is good enough? Good is not good enough when you're hammered this much. He's so far down on the Zergling count. One more Baneling is up on the map, and oh man, he's just getting overwhelmed here. It looks like he tried to roll 2 Banelings in on the other side of the map, but he gets taken out there, and he misjudged that push. Like I said, the moment he saw that, he needed to pull back to his main ramp. You could tell that RagnaroK thought in this scenario, this was just 20 lings to snipe the third. He did not realize this was 40, 50 lings to straight up kill him. Dark bringing out the aggression, and he gets an easy, quick 2-0. Dominating start for Dark.